Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the day 2 on our training on IP camera installation. Now in this video, we'll be talking about, I will be showing you guys the type of cable we use for IP cameras and also the configuration and the crimping of this cable, okay? So IP camera uses a type of network cable which is called an Ethernet cable. Now we have different types of Ethernet cable. We have the standard Ethernet cable, we have the fast Ethernet cable and the gigabit Ethernet cable. In this video, we're going to be using the fast Ethernet cable for our configuration. Now, this fast Ethernet cable are of two types. We have the shielded and the unshielded, which is the UTP and the STP, okay? So I'm going to be showing you guys these two type of cable. We're going to be seeing the kinds and the configuration of this cable, okay? Now, for the shielded, so we have the STP. So this is the STP type. Now it is called STP because it is shielded. Now the pairs inside it are being shielded with this kind of foil leather. Okay, it is more protective than the unshielded. Now this is an example of the unshielded. So if I peel this guy, you see that there's no any outer layers shielding the cable. Okay, so this is called an unshielded type of Ethernet cable, and this is an example of a shielded type of Ethernet cable. All right, now this Ethernet cable can come in different colors. You can have it in black, you can have it in ash, you can have it in blue, you can have it in yellow, you can have it in any color at all. So depending on what you want, the color does not matter. So like I said, the color does not matter. You can get a UTP or an STP in yellow color, you can get it in blue color, you can get it in ash color, you can get it in black color. It does not matter, okay? So I'm going to be showing you guys the equipment you will need for this crimping, okay? But before then, now every Ethernet cable has 4 pairs, 8 wires. So we call these 4 pairs. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 wires because each of these pairs consists of 2 wires. Okay, so this is 4 pair, 8 wire with different color code. Okay, 4 pairs, 8 wire with different color code. Now, there is two type of configuration, standard configuration of Ethernet cable. We have the T568A and we have the T568B. Okay, now in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys both configuration, both the T568A and the T568B. Now, depending on what you want, any of this configuration that suits you, you can use it. It doesn't matter. So you can use the T568A or the T568B. It does not matter, okay? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the color codes that represent the type A and the color codes that represent the type B. And also, this fast Ethernet cable operates on a full duplex transmission mode. That is, both the sending and the receiving pins work simultaneously, unlike the half duplex transmission mode that the transmission have to go first, then before the receiving end operates. Okay, example of half duplex mode is like walking talkie, whereby the first person needs to speak, then hang up for the second person to respond. So that's an example of half duplex mode. But in this mode, the full duplex mode means that both sending and receiving transmission work simultaneously. Okay, now let's see the equipment we need for the configuration and the crimping of this fast Ethernet cable. Okay, for the configuration and crimping of this Ethernet cable, we need one, our crimping tool. Secondly is the registered jack, that is the RJ45. Then we have our cable stripper, and we have a cable tester And also I have this rubber that I use for my crimping. It's not really necessary, but I love using it for neat crimping. Okay. So as a beginner, I advise you should always put this your cable tester always in your pocket, except if you have become a professional. Even a professional need this thing for troubleshooting. But as a beginner, always use it to test your cable end to end whenever you finish your crimping. Okay, so after this crimping, I'm going to test my crimping using this tester. I'm going to show you guys how the readings is being done. Now, if you check the tester, if you look at this tester, you see that we have a calibration which is from 1 to 8. Okay, now this 1 to 8 represents the number of wires we have in these pairs of Ethernet cable. So each of these cable are being represented in this calibration. So if our crimping is well crimped, all the calibration are going to be lightened to the end one. But if we have any issue in the crimping, the particular one that is not being crimped well will be skipped, and the next one will display the light. Okay, so we're going to see this after we crimp our cable. Okay, like I said initially, we have two type of configuration here, the type A and the type B. So I'm going to be crimping the type A color code, and I'm also going to be crimping the type B color code. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to strip out this. I'm going to cut this off. Then next is to use this my rubber base. I slot it in. Then next is to strip out this outer layer. Okay, now I'm going to separate these pairs. So if you watch, we have 4 pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to cut off this rubber here. Now each of these pairs has their different colors. So if you watch, these cables has different colors. So I have the white stripe and green, and I have the green. Also I have the white stripe and orange, the white stripe blue, then the white stripe brown. Okay, now in the type A configuration, this is the color code. We'll have the white stripe green, white stripe orange blue, white stripe blue orange, white stripe brown. So if you watch my hand here, if you watch the configuration, I have a white stripe green, white stripe orange blue, white stripe blue orange, then white stripe brown. So this is the configuration of the type A. Okay, now for me to crimp it to our RJ45, I'm going to reduce the length. Please always hold your cable firm so that the pins will not scatter. Now, holding this registered jack, you are going to hold these particular pins here to face you, not this way. Okay, if you put it this way, you are wrong. So let these pins here face you directly. Okay, then you slot the cable in this way. Okay, now if you watch closely, I advise that part of this outer layer should stop somewhere here so that when you crimp, it can hold firm. So that your crimping, your RJ45 will hold this outer layer at this part firm so that your cable cannot easily pull out anytime. Okay. So next is to use your crimping tool and you slot it this way and you crimp. Okay. Now, no matter what I do here, it will not pull out. Now, the beauty of using this rubber end is just to make my crimping look more beautiful. That's just the essence. Okay. So now if you watch, it's looking like a custom crimped cable. This is a custom crimped cable and this is mine. They almost look alike. Okay. So I'm going to be showing you guys, this is the type A configuration. I'm going to be showing you guys the type B configuration on this end. Okay, so we'll be doing the type B configuration at this end. Okay. So remember, cut off this rubber part. Now the type B color configuration goes this way. So we have the white stripe, orange. Then we have white stripe, green, blue. We have the white stripe, blue, green. Then we have the white stripe, brown. Okay. So once you are done, arrange your cable to be in this form. Okay, so have the white stripe, orange, white stripe, green, blue, white stripe, blue, green, and the white stripe, brown. So next is to crimp. We'll reduce the length of this cable. Remember, your register jack should be this way, not this way. This way, okay? So slot it in. Okay. Push it in. Now, whenever you finish crimping, whenever you finish slotting your cable inside this RJ45, try and look at this edge. Make sure that this pin is up to the edge here. Okay. Confirm it this way. Make sure you are seeing your pins this way. Confirm this side too. Make sure your pin is at the edge. Okay. Now, once you are done, you slot this way and you crimp. Okay. Now if you watch, so if you watch my configuration well, you see that we are fine. Okay, so in this part we have the type A configuration here and we have the type B configuration here. Okay, so let's test the cable. So from the transmitting part to the other end is the receiver.
Now if you watch carefully, the pins are all reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the same must be here. So if any of these pins lights jump, that means you have an issue from your crimping. But if they are reading simultaneously this way, that means your crimping is okay. All right. So also remember that this pins configuration, just like this type A configuration, which is the stripe green, green, stripe orange, blue, stripe blue, orange, and stripe brown, brown. Okay. Now, if you arrange these cables very well, if you arrange them very well, the pin 1, pin 2, and pin 3, okay, pin 1 and pin 2 are used for what? Transmitting, and pin 3, pin 6, pin 3, pin 6, sorry, this is my pin 6, pin 3, pin 6 are used for receiving. So pin 1, pin 2 are used for transmitting, and pin 3, pin 6 are used for receiving. So if you count the cable from this end, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the type A configuration. So the pin 1, pin 2 for transmitting, pin 3, pin 6 are for receiving. Then pin 4, pin 5, pin 7, and pin 8 are for the powers. So we have the pin 4, the pin 5, pin 7, and pin 8, they are for the power, okay? Now, what's the difference between a straight through configuration and a crossover configuration? Now, if you watch the crimping I crimped this end to be type A, and I crimped this end to be type B. So this is a crossover configuration. So when you are crimping a crossover, this end and this end will be different types. So if I crimp here type A and type A, this cable becomes a straight through cable. If I crimp here type A and type B, this cable becomes a crossover cable. So connecting your camera to your NVR has an embedded PoE switch on it. So connecting your camera to your NVR, you need a straight through cable. So if you crimp your cable to be crossover and you connect your camera to your NVR, it might not show. Even though now newer technology has this auto MD5 configuration that automatically convert whatever type of cable you crimp to the suitable ones for those devices. But then you should still know your standard of configuration. Okay, if you want to connect your camera to a PoE switch, you should crimp your cable to be straight through. If you want to connect your system with your router, it should be crossover because they are like devices. Okay guys, this is the end of today's video. If you have any other question on the crimping and configuration of network cable or Ethernet cable, please don't forget to drop your comment on the comment section below. If you are enjoying my video and you want to continue to be seeing more of this IP camera installation tutorial, don't forget to like and also subscribe and click on the notification button so that YouTube will be giving you a notification whenever I drop a new video. Our social media handles are in the description below. Also, I have a group chat, WhatsApp group chat where experts and other installers tackle questions on this same installation. So if you want to join the group, you can click on the link and join the WhatsApp group. Thank you guys and see you in my next video.